trifling and Etruscan, addicts of drugs not yet synthesized, black marketeers of World War III, excisers of telepathic sensitivity, osteopaths of spirit, investigators of infractions denounced by bland paranoid chess players, servers of fragmentary war.
What is going on, my freaks, geeks, and free thinkers? This is Mike Romanelli with the FreeThinkers Society, episode number 46. We are back. Not only are we back with my crew. No special guest tonight. Well, actually, the most special guest possible, but we got the most famous doorman in New Jersey hanging out on the FreeThinkers Society.
I like that.
Vic Cedeno. What's up, Vic?
Door guy extraordinaire.
Yeah, the door guy.
Good, man. Just had
The
this,
what? How you saying? How is the stickers gonna be?
the door guy. I don't know. I was thinking about the door guy, like silly, like duh, and make it like graphic, goofy, or just the door guy, and then make it like same logo kind of as the dojo, same branding, like the word, like the lettering.
I love it.
And just put the
I can't
door
wait till
guy.
it comes out. I also can't wait till you're not just the door guy, because you're really funny.
I like the door guy spot.
No, I do. It is great, and you are the best doorman around. And of course, who I got across from me, my main man, Clint Esposito. Clint, what's going on?
Not much. Happy to be back up here.
Yeah, me too, man.
I'm glad that it's crazy. It was super hot, and we had the windows open, and then all of a sudden we got a bunch of cold breezes, and it dropped at probably 15 degrees.
Yeah.
I would say, not kidding.
It's funny how the universe has been working lately, guys. Yeah. Lots of negative shit out there, but if you just shift away from it, oh man, some miracles can happen.
Perspective is everything.
Yeah. Yep. And you're right. We were nervous to even come up here. It was like 100. God knows.
It was like
how hot.
Satan's butthole
Yeah.
earlier.
It was hot, and yeah, we had a little breeze or storm or something come through windows. But it's beautiful in here now.
So we're in the middle of remodeling, right? That's why
Yes.
we're just audio, which actually just Mike's like, we should just go audio, and I'm like, that just makes it easy on me. So it's not really.
I was so surprised that you didn't give me. But no, really. I mean, this place now looks like an attic, not a studio. So, but yeah, we got all
It's
the.
a fine line.
It is always a fun line.
The studio in the attic.
Yeah. So, but within a week or hopefully two, this place was going to look dope, and then we're also going to be able to do some live studio audience stuff, and we got a lot of podcasts that we're producing out of here, so it's going to be great.
We have electricity now,
Electricity
and
now.
all the outlets.
Yeah.
I figured out that I just had the wrong charger, so now my computer works. So that's good.
Yep. We're back, man. So it's been what, about 3 weeks since I've done a podcast.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. I was away last week, so then I wasn't even around. So it feels like we've been out of here for a long ass time.
You've been gone.
I was gone for a week. That's why I wasn't around those last couple of shows. You didn't even notice.
That's why you
fucking
took over.
So you just got lazy. This guy's got help. He's like, I'm not even showing up anymore.
I'm like, Vic, just take care of it.
Yeah.
Mike's not around, so I'm not going to show up.
Yeah. I was like, well, oh shit, wait, both of you guys weren't here?
That's what we needed to do. Just throw you to the wolves, Vic. And
It just
now
felt like normal.
you
Like, I'm
came
just-
back. You came back a man. Now you went out a boy, and you come back a man. And now we know that we can trust you.
It's funny you say that, Clint. That's the way I feel. I feel I left the boy, came back a man. I do, man.
Wow.
I feel really good. I'm not ready to tell all the listeners where I went, but for all
You're
you people,
refreshed.
I'm refreshed, and all you people that have been hitting me up, and because I get quite a few of the listeners that hit me up, and I just want to be real with everybody. If I haven't gotten back to you, because I do get a lot of people asking me about advice and what should I do, and I wasn't in the right frame of mind to give it advice, so that's where I've been distant. I went on a spiritual journey. It was rough, but it was amazing, and it's too soon for me to get into details. Maybe someday. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I ever will. But it was great. It was strong. It was hard. It was. I feel like a new man. I know you guys could roast me away. I've been eating vegan for the last 21 days.
Sounds like an anal sex retreat.
It was. There was a lot of gay shit that went down.
That was an anal sex retreat. It was hard.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was very gay.
Pounding, yeah, a lot of pounding.
It was lots of pounding.
It feels.
We
it
ate
feels
a
like
lot of
new
mangoes.
man.
Is that
Yeah.
gay? But no, I feel like
Eating a lot of mangoes. Yeah, listen, it's only gay when you have the mangoes fed to you by a guy also waving a fan at you.
that would have been good. I would have liked that.
I would like a guy
Mangoes-
waving a fan.
It was
right
hot
now.
as fuck. where I
Mangoes
was.
are delicious.
Mangoes are delicious, especially when served cold off of the abs of a young adult.
You guys are fucked up.
There was no adrenochrome at
No,
no.
come on, guys. No.
No.
You went the other way.
I was fucking with
You
some.
went the other way.
I feel like I might have got MK Ultra though.
Whatever. He seems happy, Vic. So far, I'm fine with MK Ultra.
Yes, the Dochurian candidate. Dojochurian.
A little bit. Did feel a little MK Ultra. No, I'm just joking. But I definitely joked around while I was out there that I was. Are you guys MK Ultra me? They didn't understand it, but I will talk about this. Yesterday was my first day before coming back to work, and I was like, I got to do one last thing. So I hit up my girl, who's one of my very good friends. I would love to get her on here, but I don't know if she'll ever do it. But she is a top, in my opinion, one of the best. She serves combo. I don't know. You guys know what combo is? The Sapo frog.
No.
Sapo frog. What the heck is that?
Oh, I kind of know what you're talking about.
So I've been doing this for years now. Yeah. Do you know what the Sapo frog? Okay, so it's combo is frog medicine. So I would love for her to explain it better. She studied under Peter Gorman, who was the first American to go out into these tribes, and now she actually just works with the tribes in Brazil and Colombia, and goes and harvests the medicine herself. So it's all she doesn't torture, because some people will torture, just like anything. Mm-hmm. They'll torture the animals and do all that stuff. She goes and somehow, ethically, the way the tribes get it, and then it's a poison, and they burn it into your body, and it sucks. It's non-psychedelic. But once you get it in you, it sucks for about 15 minutes. The first time you do it is terrible. But I do it at least once a year, sometimes 2-3 times a year. And it just always, it gets, in my opinion, if you want to break it down scientifically, what I think is happening is almost like Wim Hof. You know how Wim Hof puts himself in these terrible situations, in ice cold and crazy shit, but the guy's so healthy. And I think it's because, I don't know, but this is what I'm guessing, is that when you're putting this poison in your body, it's probably just shocking your own immune system to really work itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I'm guessing. I don't know. But there's other people that do other poisons and venoms and things.
Is this frog lady's last name Fauci? Is that what her last name is?
Actually, that's what I texted her. I said, I need my vaccine. And I'm not talking about Johnson & Johnson.
What are you, what is it called?
Frog vaccine.
Combo. Just put combo frog. KAMBO.
Pizzeria combo.
KAMBO?
Yeah. So I know this is crazy. This is not for anyone. And please, 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 any listeners, do not administer this yourself. Do not go to some crazy hack. Make sure.
Yeah.
Because no, I'm telling you, I went to a shaman that almost killed me with this shit once.
Oh my god! Don't talk to the frogs either, and try to ask them for their poison.
But some of these tribes have been doing this for years, and all the hunters have to do it before they go out and hunt, and it makes their vision stronger. And
so that's like their vaccine.
It's their that's what it is.
Yeah.
So they consider it it's their vaccine. Yes, and man, so you do purge really hard. I always try to explain.
I'm sorry. The first thing I pulled up and it says home combo healing me. So you're like, don't do this on your own. And then I didn't even realize because it was just pictures. But then I looked in the first articles like,
don't do this at home.
no, I think it says it is
Do
like
this at
how to
home.
do it at home.
No,
How
do
to lick
not.
a frog.
Don't do it. Don't buy your shit online. If you're in a major city, there'll be a reputable person out there. If you really, really feel called to it, you can hit me up.
What's it called? The when the time is right, the shaman will reveal himself.
What do they do
The
to
student
you?
is ready, the teacher will.
There you go.
What do they do to you? Because it looks like you got those 4 little burns on your arm. It looks like your dad was fucking mad at you as a kid.
And
He was
drunk.
just abusing you. Yeah.
Yeah, so
He just had a hard day at work and fucking
They
Is that
take
the doctor does? The doctor, you just pay the doctor and they take their hard day out on you and put their cigarettes out. Like, here, this is poison.
So you drink 1 liter of water. This is where I almost got killed. When I was with a shaman, she translated. She was not from this country, so her translation, she didn't know liter and gallon. She's like, you need to drink 2 gallons of water in under an hour. She's like, but let's do 3. So I drank 3 gallons of water in under an hour. And also,
Yeah, and you dilute yourself.
yeah, I was like shaking and doing all this shit. I was like, I'm really cold. And before she even did anything, and it's supposed to only be like, it's only supposed to be, so it's 1 liter of water.
You
If anyone
almost
is,
drowned.
make sure. Yes, it was really
well,
bad.
what it wasn't open. There was some other radio
Yeah,
people
that
that
did
got fired because they had some water drinking contest.
Yeah, it's really
and the
bad.
lady died. You can dilute yourself down too much. I've been drinking mainly water with salt in it, and that's all I drink for working out now.
Yeah, it stays with you. Really.
Yeah, so to get rid of all the other stuff,
And that's how people used to die at raves back in the 90s. Everyone would be like,
Dehydration.
everyone was, make sure he's drinking water. Make sure he's drinking
Yeah,
water.
yeah.
If he doesn't drink water, then the guy that was all scared was drinking fucking a million waters. The next thing you know, he died from the water, not the ecstasy.
Yeah, exactly.
But- so
That's the last thing. Imagine that's the last thing you hear as you're fucking fading into fucking
you like kind of feel
oblivion.
good,
Yeah,
he
you're
died
like,
doing what he
what's
loved.
going on?
and that's it.
We're getting off track. Did I ever tell you about the guy at the gathering of the Juggalos?
You been to one?
We jumped at the gathering of the Juggalos
What?
for a full
We'll
week.
talk about combo later. You were? Did you really?
Yeah.
No.
So, which I didn't even know most of the bands or anything, you know.
I'm so interested. I need to hear about
Dude,
this.
so it's like, you know, the 3 kids in your school that.
Oh, I know who the
wore
Juggalos are, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's basically like, I'll explain it to Vic. You know the 3 kids that wore the Jenko jeans in your school? It's if every single one of them around the country met up for a week in a field in fucking Illinois.
Oh my God! Spinning
It's like
breakfast
it's like if
dancing.
a raver and Marilyn Manson like, had a baby, right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, because some of the bands are like from Cottonmouth Kings, I think, were there. That's kind of more like, it's like rap, but it's like
And they have
dance.
comics there too, no?
They might have. That's how little I was into comedy. I
Yeah.
didn't even go and watch anything if there was any. But
Clint's like, I gotta go fix my bike.
no, those bikes are
Gotta go
pretty
tune my
fucking.
bike.
Is it
No.
nuts?
Yeah, it was pretty nuts. People were so. We drove in with ramps and everything, so they didn't really fuck with us. But any car that had, if you ever go to the gathering, anybody, don't have a Hatchet Man sticker on your fucking car.
What is that?
That's the record label, is Hatchet. It's like their emblem is a little hatchet guy, and they know that, the cops, so they're just pulling anybody over with a hatchet guy on the back of their car and searching them for drugs, because most people have fucking drugs on them going there.
Oh shit!
Because once you get in, it's just private security. So once you're in there, people are walking around with necklaces with plates on it that say like, weed, $20, mushrooms, however much, just all week. So, I mean, it was a good time. We had fucking a lot of fun.
They shoot like soda at each other or something?
Well, so the just the Insane Clown Posse, I think they must put Mentos in the 2 liters, because they'll take 2 liters. So I heard about this. I'd seen some videos. Everybody was drinking Faygo there. You don't even know what Faygo is, do you? See? It's like a Midwest soda, and like a cheap soda, and it's all like different flavors and
like
stuff.
RC Cola, but
Well, no, it's like, it's all different flavors. It's like weird.
like Fanta.
Kind of like Fanta, yes, but Midwest Fanta.
But do they have a fucking catchy jingle?
They have the whatever the
There
fuck
you
they're
go.
called,
What is
the
it called?
Insane Clown Posse, traveling the world, shooting these fucking things like 200 yards, bro, off their fingers. So they must drop like a Mentos in there, and then they
hold it.
stick it on their finger. And they'll shake them up, and when they get like ready to go, they like push their arm out, and the thing blows off of their finger, dude, and goes
so
like
interested in
seriously
this. I'm so
like
interested.
150 yards. So I was watching videos of it, like I knew that the music was gonna suck, but they shot Faygo.
Is the
cans.
music really bad?
It was pretty bad. which I'd heard it a little bit before, and I was like, ugh.
Insane
They're like the
Clown Posse?
worst ones. I think like Cypress Hill might have been there. Like there was a bunch of good ass bands, and the headline is
Well,
the Insane Clown Posse, and
That's a little shtick when you got a
and
following. That's what
yeah,
you do,
no, of course.
You know.
And they loved it. But so I knew that it was gonna suck, so I bought. Sorry to any ICP fans. So
I'm pretty sure they're not
Juggalos.
listening.
so juggalos and juggalettes. So
Any hot juggalettes?
very small amount.
Cindy Lauper. She's a juggalo.
So
That's one.
I found one of the guys with the plates, and I got some mushrooms, and I had eaten mine, and my business partner at the time, I don't think, maybe it had just been a long time or something, so I bought us pizzas. I just ate mine straight up. I bought us pizzas, and we were kind of like where we were parked or where we were hanging out right then was in the dark. So I gave him his slice, and he keeps eating it, and then you can see him like being like, "What is going on with this slice of pizza?" Like I told him we were going to do mushrooms.
Oh, he didn't know.
He didn't know they were on the pizza, and then he finally looks at it and he goes, "What'd you do?" And I just laughed, and he goes, "How much is on here?" I said, "Enough. Finish your slice." And he just ate his slice, and then we just start tripping, and the Insane Clown
Sounds
Posse
like a
is
terrible
shooting.
place to fucking trip, man.
No, it's great. We were kind of like off to the side by ourselves, like
Observing.
in a golf cart or something.
Okay.
Like, yeah, and they're just we had like
You're like part of the show,
most
so-
access. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we could get like kind of away from everybody. There's just shooting these fucking soda things. Like, so we're to the side, so we're getting side profile, and they are fucking flying, dude. I'm still impressed at how far those soda
Do
bottles
the fans
went.
shoot it too?
Or
Or is
no,
that like
they're just like
is that like a against the rules?
I don't know. They may. I'm sure they probably do.
Bring
But
it
the whole
down.
first like 50 rows has got to be just covered in fucking soda.
And this goes on for 3 days. Or a
3
week?
was like a week. Yeah.
Holy shit. Fucking
We jumped for at least like 4 days. So anyway, we show up first day. We're setting up the ramps. They just got us like a fenced out place in the middle of this field. It's nice and flat. So they're like, okay, I don't even think the grass was cut. It was like 2 fucking feet tall. And they're like, go ahead, set up there. So we're setting up, and this guy comes, and he's like just so stoked. He's like, this is the biggest fucking event of the year, man. This is it. I rode a bus. This is in Southern Illinois. I rode a bus from fucking Colorado. I was like, dude, how long? He's like 4 days or whatever it was. And I'm like, holy shit. So he was super cool, though. And we show back up in the morning. And this guy is just laid like from his waist up on these women's tent. They're like asleep inside because they couldn't move him. And he's just laid on the one side of it. And I look, and he's foaming at the mouth.
Oh no.
So I go over, and I'm like, yo, get up, get up, get up. He won't wake up. So I get the paramedics. They come over. They ask him if he wants help. Apparently, you probably know this. If you refuse help, they just leave you there.
Oh no.
So he said, nope, nope, nope. So they just left him. And then he like disappeared into wherever for like a day or two. And then all of a sudden he popped up. And we were like, yo, you're alive. And he goes, it was a rough day or two, man. I'm good.
He was back, just happy and stuff.
Dude, yeah.
How much did you put on the pizza?
No, that's a different guy. You just conflated 2
Did
stories
I just,
there.
Yeah.
I just fucking.
Yeah.
We jumped into a different
His
story.
partner just wasn't foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, my partner didn't foam at the mouth or ride a train from fucking Colorado. Or a bus, I mean. That was just some random guy that was
I
there.
was just, I was
That's
really
how
excited.
fucking. He was talking, and I'm just staring at him, and I lost like
Oh,
a
no.
minute of
Vic.
story.
I have work.
Just fucking teleported again.
That's okay. It's all right. It's the Palo Santo I lit before here. It got you going.
Palo Santo.
It got you going.
It was good though. It was interesting. I enjoyed the experience.
Right?
Yeah,
That's got to be cool. I've
Yeah.
always wanted to experience it that way.
yeah,
Just when I've heard about it, because I've been in music for a while, and there's been a bunch of bands I worked with that had festivals, and I've seen that.
Right.
And I heard about I've heard from other bands that like they did the
Yeah.
gathering or comics.
Yo, there
talk
was
about
like 100,000 people there.
Is
or
it that
something.
big?
It was ridiculous, dude.
I mean, you probably went years ago, right?
Yeah.
So that's definitely yeah. I don't know if it's that big now.
I don't know if
But-
maybe there wasn't 100.
No,
there
but
was
it's a
lot of
big
fucking
event.
people, dude.
It's a
Now
big
it's on
event.
Zoom.
You could like
You
traveling
gotta
around
show their Vax card to get in.
going around the campground
The fucking guys are foaming at the mouth. Got to show a passport to get into the.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they're like, he's foaming at the mouth, but he's vaccinated. Come on in, buddy.
They got a video. They got a video of fucking ICP telling everybody that to make sure they're fucking taking the vaccine.
Oh god.
Everybody.
Did you? I thought that juvenile thing was fake.
We gotta stop mentioning that.
I thought the juvenile thing was fake.
What? Did he die?
No.
from
Vax that ass up.
Oh.
He fucking.
No,
came out
did
with
he
a
make it or
song.
did somebody else?
No,
remake
it was really him, dude.
Uh,
I thought it was like a fucking joke.
my heart hurts.
I know. I know we gotta
No.
stop talking about it so we could
Juvenile?
just at least get 5 listeners to this podcast.
Juvenile?
Was it? Isn't that juvenile?
Rip juvenile.
Rip.
Well, yeah, we had a moment of
Timber.
silence. Right there. I like that. I like that. That's right. Fuck it. I don't even care anymore. I really don't care. We have enough listeners that I love. And guys, I'm so grateful for all of you. And also, like I said, if I didn't get back to you, I was away for a couple of weeks. I'll get back to everyone slowly. If I'm not giving, I like to not give advice because I'm not. Who the fuck am I to give you advice? But if you have a question, you ask me something, and you're thinking about whether it's psychedelics, which honestly, I really am at a point in my life where I think psychedelics need to be handled with care. And I talk to so many of you that have not used psychedelics but had the same experience as me. That's awesome. They definitely should not be bought off the street. They definitely should not be done at events. I mean, if you're young, whatever, fine, maybe. But if you're trying to get personal growth from psychedelics, they need to be done in the care of. Now you can even go to doctors that assist, which is amazing.
Well, that's the thing. We didn't know as a kid. Like,
No, we were experimenting.
that's, well, and yeah, so nobody was like, hey, if you just take a little bit, like, this is what you
Oh, yeah.
do mushrooms and it's an eighth. You know what I mean?
Dude,
was
that's why
protocol.
and that's why I
How
like,
do you do mushrooms? 1/8
Yeah.
for yourself.
Yeah. Or
You're
please
like,
with the
okay.
acid, man. And the acid lasts so long, and so
Yeah, it's too much.
it's we have tools, we have resources now. You have even companies like Dance Safe and stuff that you could test things. But anyway, my advice to everybody is there's doctors that administer. There's shamans, and there's some fucking quacks out there, but there's some real shamans. There's some real places in the Amazon. There's some, if you really want to, if you're having an issue and you think psychedelics can help you, and if you're getting that calling, it can, but you got to be careful. And I don't know if maybe in the past, maybe I was a little reckless with some of the things I've said. So I just want to really get that into people's heads that psychedelics can help, but they need to be done responsibly. Because I've also seen people go nuts, and I should let people know about the side of that too. I've seen people go fucking crazy and do crazy shit, and that's the other thing too, man. If you're gonna do psychedelics, don't be smoking weed, don't be sniffing coke, don't be doing all that shit.
I think that's a big problem with just us as a society, right? Is that we're always trying to do more, better,
Yeah.
or whatever. So most people that dislike weed, you know, they're like, oh, I hate weed. It made me throw up. And I'm like, let me guess, you were wasted, drunk when you tried it. And they're like, yeah.
Or you
And
smoked
I'm
a whole
like,
blunt your first time.
yeah. Like, chill out and just...
rough.
I did. So I smoked the first time and didn't get high, and then the next time I smoked a joint straight up with a friend, and I was on fucking Pluto.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think a lot of these things, it's not like if you don't like it, you don't like it. Fine. I'm not trying to force people to do this stuff, which at this point I basically just do mushrooms and weed, but that's... You know, the mushrooms are so little, like I'm just microdosing. So, like you've said,
that doesn't count, man.
I think that's more like been therapeutic for me. And as far as dealing with people and understanding how to deal with people, or how I've probably dealt with people poorly, or at least been able to take into consideration other people's point of view or insecurities. You know, if you look at it like nobody else has insecurities and it's just you, then you get the wrong picture about a lot of people. You know, if you at least take into consideration that a lot of people also have some insecurities, and that's probably why they do some things.
You know, another thing to look at, man, like let's say you like really don't like something about someone.
It's probably
Something
what you dislike about
characteristic.
yourself.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
You know, always. And it's and when you do microdoses, or when you're just doing some self work, you start noticing those kind of things. Like myself, I'm not even smoking weed right now. And I'll gladly talk about that. Like, and I used to smoke with you guys all the time. I don't know if one of you said it, but I truly believe that every plant has a spirit to it, right? Mm-hmm. And I got in a lot of trouble at a ceremony with a real shaman this time. because I was behind I was on a reservation, and I was behind
Is this
like
the recent deal?
No, this is years ago. And I was behind the shed, and I just been thinking about it lately because one of you two said this to me also. My wife used to say this to me, and the shaman said it to me. So like I said, I'll back it up. I believe every plant has a spirit attached to it, right? So weed definitely has a feminine spirit, in my opinion. A feminine spirit, and you've seen it painted, like Alex Gray has painted it before, or whatever, and it's some kind of weird thing. But anyway, I was smoking either before or after a ceremony. It was an ayahuasca and yahe ceremony, and we were like behind the shed or something, and the shaman caught me, and she got so pissed off, and she was like, you shouldn't be smoking. And I'm like, you're serving, and I knew her very well, so I could talk to her because I'm like, you're serving ayahuasca and all these medicines. Like, why can't I just smoke? Like, I don't understand. And she's like, I've been connected to that spirit, and she doesn't even like you. I'm like, what? She's like, you abuse her. You don't treat her right. She's like, if anything, she wants you to take her as eat her in edible form that you prepare, not buy from the store, and get to know her better that way because you've fucking abused her for years. And I'm like, oh shit. She wanted to kick me out. The problem was I was staying at her house.
It's a weird statement.
So I had to stay there. But I had to stay with this fucking medicine woman who is like strong as fuck. So anyway, it wasn't good the next couple days of the ceremony because she was pissed at me. But
so she gave you some good doses.
Yeah, she fucked with me. At one point, I remember her saying, I think I'm dying. And she goes, then fucking die. And I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah, it was rough. It was a rough one. But hey, I deserved it because I should not have been doing that at her ceremony. But anyway.
Well, she just had to give you the ego.
So yeah, she had to check my ego. But anyway,
Rush.
one of you guys, I feel like one of you guys, I hope it was one of you two. Right before I took a little break, I was rolling a blunt or something, and one of you guys said, damn, well, you were ripping that weed. Was it one of you guys?
I don't know, might have been.
Watched me, and I was like ripping fucking really nice, beautiful weed.
Oh no, I said it to you. You were packing a bowl.
Okay.
But you
It's very
didn't even.
right?
You
It was
didn't
like-
even. He didn't even break it up. He just grabbed like a bud and jammed it into the thing, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
And my wife always says shit like that too. Like, what the fuck? Like isn't that really nice, good? And she doesn't. She smoked like 3 times in her life. She's like, isn't that like really good, nice weed? Like, the way you handle it. Yeah. So my relationship. My point of the story is my relationship with that plant and that spirit has been all wrong. So I need to step back and figure that out. And it's time for me to take a break because I have definitely been all. It took me years to even figure it out from that woman, from Clint, I guess it was you, and my wife. Like, I've just been reflecting on things, and it's like, wow, I don't deserve to smoke right now. And I believe all drugs should be legal, but I believe marijuana or cannabis 100% should be replacing Adderall and all these other, Xanax and all this stuff. And I've seen it with some of family members that listen to me from all my preaching. All of a sudden they're like, oh, it's legal now. And they're like, I'm off this, I'm off that. I'm like, that's great. And these are people that hated, but the doctor said it's okay now, so they're good.
So after my really bad head injury where I don't remember a couple of days, I literally had smoking weed just made me not feel super anxious and fucking crazy.
That's awesome.
It just calmed my brain down enough where I could kind of chill because, they didn't scan me, but dude, I've hit my head fucking hard and I've never had
and the plants have been helping you.
Yeah, for sure. My point is I've hit it hard a bunch of times and nothing was like that time. I just totally, it was so bad that afterwards I'm like, I am now slower than I was prior to this head injury. I could tell it myself. And like I said, I just smoked a bunch of weed, but it honestly just made me to where I was just kind of normal.
Well, that's great, man. And once you are able to grow it yourself and have, control over that, that's going to be another great thing.
Yeah.
I also think this leads into a really controversial thing, but I do believe all drugs should be legal. What's going on right now?
I've been saying that.
What is going on? I know it sounds crazy. Oh, my God. How do you say that? Okay. Check it out. If you have as many friends as I've had that died from this shit, it's fucked up, man. I've been thinking about all my friends that have passed away, and it's crazy.
But and maybe I'm cutting you off, which I am, but we've talked about it. Most people that die from drug, air quotes, overdoses really
are not doing the drug that they thought they were.
It's
quality
it's
issue.
Spiked or it's cut with something else.
Most of the times, it's because they're not doing the drug that they thought they were doing. Okay, so right now, in my opinion, the real pandemic or the real epidemic is the fentanyl. It's in everything.
Yeah. As far as, you said, anything pill form.
Pill form and powders. So even any of you guys going out to festivals this summer that are listening, be careful with that Molly, man. I'm telling you, I've never been somebody to, I've always been the other way. Do as much, have fun. Whatever. I'm telling you guys, there's different shit going on right now. And as much as I love the conspiracy shit, and I thought it was because China is trying to kill us, I've been talking to doctors and stuff because I've lost a lot of good friends. And this time around that I had, that I went through some shit, I wanted to call my friends and they're gone. So I've been thinking about them a lot. And these were really smart fucking people. These were people that knew what they were doing and definitely didn't want to die. But this fentanyl, this fentanyl, it's rampant in especially the East Coast, and I believe the whole world, or at least the whole country.
Everywhere. And
it's in everything. And I really thought it was like a Chinese conspiracy. And maybe it is partly a Chinese conspiracy. I don't know. But talking to some experts, what I was told this in Mexico by doctors. They told me that it's because the cartel lost so much money the last couple of years that they're putting it in everything because it's so addicting. That if they lose a couple people along the way, oh well, but if they could get one or two hooked. And then I started looking online, and there's a lot of people that are now, they're not even pretending they're doing, like they just are doing fentanyl. I didn't know that. But there's people that are actually just seeking fentanyl now. So they're maybe that's it. I don't know. I'm not sure, but this is a real problem. And that's why I'm an advocate for, one, okay, hey, the government loves to make money. They love to keep us as zombies. Then make every fucking drug legal. If someone wants to do cocaine, then you fucking sell it to him, Joe Biden. Give them the fucking purest form. Tax it.
The problem is they can't compete with themselves.
Well,
because the black market drugs is what funds all of the black market operations and all that other good shit. Because it's not a conspiracy to say the CIA brings drugs into this country. That's documented. That's shit.
Yeah,
that's
the black
happened.
ops and funds of black ops.
That's
You're right.
part of the reason why it's illegal. But like I think on top of that, the other part of it is crime.
And I hate to say this too. I didn't mean to cut you off, Vic, but I hate to say this and sound so woke. But you take the drugs out of the fucking inner cities, then what happens? Everyone goes to school. Everyone has to. There's no more money to be made. So
yeah, but I mean, like you're never gonna get. Like people have to really come to grips with the real hard truth that you're never gonna stop people from doing drugs.
Never.
You're never
putting that toothpaste back in.
Yeah.
But that's their playing the end against the middle. They know that.
People are going to do any kind of drugs. People have been altering their mind state since the beginning of time. So whether you're doing it with a glass of wine, whether you're doing it with a fucking workout, whether you're doing it with, a beer, a drug, cocaine. Some people do heroin, and function, weed, fucking, like people have always tried to do something to alter their mind state. So you're playing a discrimination game when you're saying this is not good, this is good. Like, and then meanwhile the stuff that is good is part of the stuff that's bad that you say is bad, but it's only good if you manipulate it a bunch and only this company sells it.
If cigarettes and alcohol are legal, everything should be legal.
Yeah.
100%.
Because if everything is legal, then you have people getting guaranteed pure product, right?
Yep.
They know you're not going to get, when you go buy a fucking 22 of fucking Budweiser or a fucking eighth of fucking Tito's
you're probably
vodka,
not going to die from it.
You're not going to die from fucking quality issues. Like,
no.
9 times out of 9.
No.
Right? You're not going to
maybe
fucking die.
Maybe from health issues.
From your own
cigarettes,
fucking abuse.
But you're not going to smoke one and die.
For your own, you're not going to smoke one and get a bad cigarette where there's fentanyl in the cigarette.
Yes.
Rice wine in China is a different story.
You might get a fucking mouse foot in the fucking package or something, but it's an accident. It's not like it's just that that shit happens. But you're not gonna get that. And then also what you don't get is when shit's legal. Budweiser has a problem with Coors. They don't shoot it out on the streets, and fucking kids don't get struck by random bullets.
Now you're damaging news as well.
Then the media is fucking losing stories.
It's just so much shit.
So many
fix
people
so many problems that are fixed so easily. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Legalizing drugs.
Every fucking drug
would revolutionize. Like it would. We're gonna look back in a future more civilized time. We'll look back and be like, how we treated drugs. Like we were so stupid.
Let's talk about it right now.
Cages and the whole thing.
Prohibition of what has worked?
Nothing.
Alcohol, weed. You know what I mean? You go down the line.
Collecting rainwater. That was a pretty good one. That one really stopped everybody from collecting rainwater.
Yeah, I mean, it's a real. And I'm not saying everyone should do drugs at all. At all.
That's the difference.
I'm
you know
not
what works?
saying you should.
You know what works better at getting people to stop doing something? Education. And that's proven.
And good education.
That's proven in the 90s and the 2000s with how this country dealt with the cigarette and tobacco problem. Because education and those commercials that they spent, as corny as they were, it informed kids that cigarettes are dangerous.
Yeah, but they did the same thing with weed.
Yeah, but they
Well,
were wrong about it. That's
yeah.
the problem.
I know,
Yeah.
but
Everybody knew they were lying.
They fucked us with that.
in this
I'll tell you,
day
that
of
fucked me, man, with that.
misinformation, yeah, me too. I was thinking about how shameful it was when you smoked weed in high school. That's probably why I didn't smoke that much. Meanwhile, I'm getting fucking wasted.
Yeah.
And then
What they should be telling kids, and what I would tell kids all the time, because I don't want to be a hypocrite and be like, listen, I did do drugs. I started smoking weed when I was 12 years old. But guess what? As an adult, looking back, I wish I didn't start so early. Like, if I'm really honest, the best thing that would have been done for me is wait until I'm in my 20s, when my brain stop developing.
Bro, I have the same exact thing.
So when
Vic.
you approach something with some sort of like common sense, like, hey, you shouldn't do this because you're gonna be lazy or you're gonna turn into a fucking couch potato. Like, no, everybody knows that you're lying.
no, they're a flat
You know?
puddle on the couch.
Yeah, or melted
dog starts
face.
talking.
But you don't think alcohol is the same thing? You're basically just taking a small amount of poison to starve your brain
Yeah,
of
but
fucking
alcohol,
air.
Alcohol is-
everybody has a friend or a fucking family member that abuses alcohol, and that's your fucking evidence right there. Why not to be a fucking drunk? You know what I mean? A lot of people have that fucking family
My
member
family kept me away from it.
that's
the
fucked up. That you're like, you know what?
partiers.
I need to make better decisions than these people.
yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's because that's everywhere. We're not. Oh man, yeah. With the fucking same thing with me, Vic. I was like 12 when I did Special K for the first time, and I swear,
Wow.
I swear to God, it was.
just jumping the deep end.
I swear to
Yeah.
God, it was because the Dare program.
No
Was that the
photos.
first thing you
Yeah.
did?
Yeah, because check
Oh
it
my
out.
God.
I swear to God, it was because the Dare program. You
wanna smoke
remember?
weed? No, you
'Cause
gotta
weed was
cat
bad.
tranquilizer.
No,
Yeah,
but
like,
remember, but
yeah.
you remember, Chappelle did an episode on this. I could relate so much when Tyrone Biggums would come in and tell the kids, and you do this PCP and you see cartoons.
Oh yeah.
So we would go to my friend's house, and they would all be
Was
doing.
he also 12?
No, he was 15. So we were at Dare, and they're telling us about all these club drugs, and they make you feel this and that, and then we'd see all the older kids doing it and just watching Ninja Turtles and be like, yo, or like, I think it really puts you in the TV. So and back then in the early 90s, 92,
There was no such thing as 3D TV.
there was no such
Bro.
thing as 3D. We invented that shit. And besides that, back then they used to flavor the K. So it tasted like lemonade.
Oh,
So it
shit.
didn't taste like you're doing a drug. So when you're 12, you just sniff it. It smelled like you're
Wait,
sniffing.
who flavored that?
The ravers. They used to flavor it with
Nice.
like lemonade, like powdered lemonade or high
They
C,
just
shit like that. So
Gave up.
So they cut it with it, right? So they'd give you a little less, but it wouldn't taste like a fucking drug. So you're 12, you're like, it's like sniffing a pixie stick, but
yeah.
you get to go inside the TV.
Yeah.
If anyone's 12 and listen to this, it's not the best
Yeah.
idea. Wait till you're
Don't do this.
25 to do this, and then it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot to handle as a 20-year-old.
Especially when you get stuck in the TV and you really do get into the, but it's like those motherfuckers got me excited. Like they gave me the idea. When that cop came in the fucking, that's why I love that skit because it's so fucking true. And they're just like, all the kids are taking notes. Remember
Dude,
taking
that's
notes on the
basically
drugs?
what critical race theory is, right? It's like the exact same
It's so
thing.
much more dangerous, but yes.
Yeah, well, it's the exact same thing where they're like, we're going to get rid of it by introducing everybody to it.
At such an early age by people that are probably not qualified to talk about this shit.
Yeah. Like
kids
like
are
you
not
said,
racist, man.
why were they running around explaining all the drugs to everybody?
And in a good way. They're like, and this one will make you
This
faster.
makes you
and this
feel-
one. And a state of
that's the
euphoria. You're like
problem.
12. You're like, what is euphoria? And you look it up. You're like, what
Whoa,
is euphoria?
this-
I feel so awkward. And
Yeah. Well, they're just taking more shit away from the parents and making the children not wards of the parents, but wards of the state. Now the state's going to teach kids how they should fucking
Well, there's a
feel,
clip
how
of
they should be
Hillary.
racist.
Fucking probably at least 10 years ago saying that after 10 the parents should give up the kids and they should go to school or something. There's a clip of her saying that.
Yeah, that's what they want. They just want to raise all the fucking
They want to make
Everybody
Hitler
on the
youth. I mean Hillary youth.
Hillary.
Hitler youth.
God.
Dude, think about this. Think about
Send me
how,
another boy.
Think about how when we were young, the media and teachers didn't let you know their point of view, and now they can't
Yeah,
shut the
right?
fuck up about it.
That's so true. Clint, you're fucking so.
Yeah, I never knew my teacher's politics.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
You're not
Guess what?
supposed
That's
to.
not their fucking job.
You're
Their
not-
job
you're
is
right.
to teach you the curriculum,
You're right.
not
and
be
they always say
like,
it's none of your business, even if you'd ask. Like when you learn about
yeah.
it. When you
I
learn
wonder
about
if teachers went to school with like Biden fucking or Trump
Fuck,
fucking.
yeah, dude.
Well, if they went with a Trump like a what are those fucking
They'd
things
be
called?
kicked
Buttons.
out.
Then they would be a problem. But if they
Yeah.
came with the Biden thing, then everybody would be like, "Oh, you're so brave."
I'm so sick of fucking politics in general.
I know.
Even my
Because
Trump
it's
friends,
so
even my Trump
ramped
friends who are
up.
much cooler, I have to say, because I have friends on all sides of this fucking. I got friends that they don't even know about.
You still
this
talk to those
podcast.
people?
I do. I told you guys. I talked to a guy. Who I love. He's a nice guy. He's talking about how he just can't wait to jab his daughter in the arm. I'm like, what the fuck are you
Yeah.
saying right now? I didn't say that. I just smiled at him, and because I'm so sick of the division. Because deep
Yeah.
down, I know everybody's good for the most part. So the lizard people.
Well,
they're not
they
people, though.
just think
But-
that they're doing. They really believe all the, whatever type of information you want to consider it, that says that this is fucking just gonna clean us out, and you have to take this or you're a risk to everybody. So, in their heart, they're doing this.
exactly,
they're
man.
doing the right thing for the
Exactly.
better of the people. But it's like, man, how many fucking times can we watch this play go down and just keep fucking buying it?
Yeah,
Oh, it's
I
so
just that's why I just
crazy.
want to just preach kindness to everyone. Not that I preach anything. I don't preach nothing, but I just want to show people through kindness. I'm done with the whole. I heard there's some really good YouTube documentaries that just came out too, and it's like how part of me doesn't even want to watch them because my brain has been so clear, and
Yeah.
it's like how much more can I know? And I heard there's some really good shit that just came out. But
I definitely think for you, probably right now, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because it's mostly negative,
yeah,
right? Like
Yeah.
there's almost always a negative.
it's always like basically
connotation
you're
on
gonna
that
end up in a
stuff.
FEMA camp.
Right. Exactly. Listen, evil is winning. Evil is winning. You better fucking.
Hey, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Yeah, man.
So think about that when you're fucking repping Big Pharma on your fucking shirt. People should just get shirts. Like I saw somebody online that had a shirt that said Pfizer, Moderna, and like Johnson and
Jesus
Johnson, like
Christ.
literally on the shirt, and it was
You had
just like,
all of them.
yeah, all three of them. Like
And he wasn't cycling or anything.
no,
It was like just a shirt.
double masked and fucking.
Jesus.
Oh my
swearing.
God,
It's-
dude.
It sounds
bro,
like a
it's
lot of fun.
It is like a cult. It is like a fucking cult. Did you see the new thing with the tests now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah, of
PCR
course, of
test?
course. Or did you see what Sam Tripoli and Tommy posted?
Well, that's where I get all my
you see-
information from.
But did you see
Sam.
the bots?
The bots?
So
Oh, yeah.
when they
same
post the
fucking
same
message about the
thing?
same
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
hospital worker
Yeah.
about the Delta, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and they all
Well,
posted
but
the same
some,
fucking thing.
like, how stupid are we? They're like, hey, there's a Delta variant. Watch out. And then they're like, hey, you need to change your tests so that they can differentiate between the flu and this. And you're like, wait, they can't even differentiate from a totally different thing. And now you're like, they got a
It's
different
not the flu.
and
variant.
the guy that created that test got whacked. You know that, right?
He just got whacked. Remember,
No,
he
not
was,
just.
No,
well,
'cause
I'm
he's
sorry. I
been-
shouldn't say whacked. I'm sorry. Take that back. He died as a healthy man.
Because he's been talking. He was
Yeah, no,
talking.
he's gone.
Yeah,
he's
he-
gone.
Wow.
How within
He's
how
gone.
long?
He's gone. Look it up. He died recently, like within a year. I think he
Inventor of
died
the
before.
PCR
I think he actually
test.
died before this whole thing went down.
No, because he's been
No, those are
commenting,
old. But those are old videos.
Oh, really?
Yes.
saying that it's not. I thought he commented saying it's not.
Yeah, he
reliable
did.
for
He did.
COVID.
There's a whole video of him talking about everything, and then he died shortly after that.
Wow.
That's the one thing I gotta say though, guys. Like, who are we? We're small fries, but some of my friends that are a little bigger, I always tell them Icarus story, man, because they're still whacking people with big mouths. Cappy's friend just got killed. Or not? I'm sorry, I gotta stop saying that. She just died. She didn't get killed. She just died.
Bro. I'm fucking freaking out, and I'm just getting shadow banned.
Yeah.
My fucking views went down from 200
Oh, I know.
to 10.
Yeah. Same with our followers and all of our listeners and all that.
And all I did was post a picture meme that they flagged as misinformation. And it was a meme of how to deal with the COVID, the Delta variant. with the plugging of your ear of one ear, and they said
Shut the fuck up.
Can you confirm that, Clint?
Shut the fuck up.
yeah, and they said
you find it?
it's misinformation.
What? Yes. He did invent PCR, which is a process to test whether someone currently has COVID-19. He did die. This is our verdict. Did die in August 2019. Yeah. But he even said somewhere here, I was just going over it, he said that it wasn't made to detect infectious diseases.
Yeah, you got that interview.
It was made to, he said the PCR test was not made to detect any type of infectious disease. It's designed to pick up a signature of DNA and RNA of the person being tested. I'm too dumb to understand what that means, but...
I mean, that's what he was saying. That's the interview I know.
And they also said that if you cycle it over 20 times or something like that, 24 times, that you'll basically find anything that you're looking for.
Yes.
And they were at 40 or 50
And
times or something.
You know what we did also discuss since we've been on a little break? McAfee died.
Yeah.
Or hung. And he literally says, I'm happy in prison. He's that whacked tattoo. Like he knew.
Dude, was he involved in that? Was they took out that Miami building to get to his apartment?
I don't know. I've heard that, but I also heard that's bullshit too. I don't
He
know.
had an apartment in there? I don't think so. I heard that some of Trump's family lived around the corner from there or something.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. I don't know.
Also,
Nobody
my
from Trump's
grandfather built some of those buildings right in that area. He was a...
that building. Why keep that?
No.
He's in trouble.
Why-
No, that one
I'm
was...
gonna edit that part out.
No, that one was built in 88, which is the year after he stopped. Whatever, or 89. Whatever it was the year after he stopped. But my mom said that he worked on a bunch of those buildings, and he said that they weren't fucking built right. Like, this is obviously...
I don't think... Yeah, I don't know if that's all tied up. I don't know. I mean...
I think, they were on sand.
Yeah.
You know what
Miami's fucked anyway.
Yeah.
The whole
Miami's fucked
Yeah.
anyway.
It's not like
a
here
great
where you
place,
could
but-
drill down and hit some hard dirt. You're like basically all the way down on a friggin' sandbar, a gigantic sandbar,
Yeah.
and you're like, we're gonna build all these fucking.
Yeah, because the ocean levels are gonna rise.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But my point is, how far do you got to go
historic.
down there to hit something solid? It's probably sand for
No,
like.
all of Florida, most of the Florida, why it's the Evergreens and shit, it's because all of
Everglades.
the land is porous. Everglades, yeah, it's why it's all porous. Like the land is all porous,
Yeah,
so the
no,
water's
yeah.
gonna rise straight out the fucking ground. It's not even like you have to wait for the.
That's why it's so good to ride.
Yeah, I don't
sure.
know.
At least the sand,
I wouldn't know.
and it can just pour. And
I
then
wouldn't
you can
know
ride.
either, but it just seems like it would make sense.
Yeah.
Sand, you kind of want to ride wet,
Yeah.
not too wet.
And it always rains there
Then
at
it
least
gets
once a day.
fucking ridiculous. But
Wait for it to pack down and go. I mean, but McAfee thing kind of blew my mind. Tommy G was friends with him. Sam interviewed him before.
bro, there was a bunch of people that just have died, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he literally that to me that's very interesting. They just sweep down the rug.
The guy
he
that,
literally is saying like, "I'm going to
yeah.
be murdered," and
The-
we're like allowing that. I don't get it.
The other guy too, the reporter died that broke the story about Bill Clinton on the tarmac.
Oh yeah, I heard about that too.
The guy that broke the story on TV about the
Yeah.
fucking tarmac meeting with the attorney general right before
Allegedly.
the election.
I mean, they all died. I mean, it's how they died is the alleged part.
yeah. And there's like an interview where people are asking him, like, is he scared that he's coming out this information? And he's like, yeah, I'm very scared. We're taking security precautions. Like, I'm being followed. He's like, I'm constantly, like, we have security words with my family. Like,
Oh shit.
it's fucking scary out there, bro.
And that's for the government.
The government.
What about Haiti? That also happened when
The
we took a little break.
assassination.
They whacked.
Oh,
or
yeah.
Somebody. Yeah. No, actually, they said that. That actually they
Yeah.
got whacked. The president got whacked.
He got whacked. They almost fucking killed the wife, but she might be in on it. Then they arrest the guy.
And so,
a
do
bunch of them
you-
are Colombians.
Okay, so there was 3. I'd have to look it up. 3 presidents of 3 different countries, obviously, were killed. Those countries also
Didn't want the vaccine.
wouldn't push the vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, this guy from Haiti, he announced that he wouldn't do it. And then 2 months later, dies. And then 2 days later, the press secretary gets on and goes, all right, we're sending vaccines
know.
down to fucking Haiti.
Yep, they'll be down there ASAP. That's why I don't know.
This one's definitely getting flagged.
Everything's so weird. Like this whole Cuba thing is so fucking weird too.
Yeah.
Cuba's in fucking revolt, and people are blaming
Yes,
the-
that they don't have
the embargo.
Yeah.
And which, like, it doesn't make sense to me. I get the logic behind saying if we prevent everybody from sending them stuff, that nobody's going to send them stuff. But guess what? What's going to happen if you do send them stuff? They're going to steal it. The government's going to steal it. The communist government's not going to give that to the people. They're not going to give any of that to people. They're going to keep it for themselves. They're going to give it to the elites. And then the last people that get any of it is going to be the people that cooperate and snitch on other people.
I don't understand how people here can't just see the context clues of people have been stowing away on rafts from Cuba to come to the United States for my entire life.
Yeah.
Like, how do we not
The
grasp
embargo.
that something shitty is going on there?
It's the embargo. It's the embargo that does it. It's the embargo that forces Cuban people. If you send money to your family in Cuba via Western Union, the government takes 10%. Immediately, right? Then
Taxation,
you're
baby.
forced to convert your dollars that you just got from your family. You have to convert it into worthless Cuban dollars, right? Then the stores that you want to go spend this Cuban dollars at, guess what? They only take American dollars because they like the tourists.
So now you got to convert it back.
So
So, now they get you on the exchange.
You
again?
lose twice on the exchange. Like sending your family money is worthless. If you send aid, every single military, every single company that's in charge of distributing any resources in the country is owned by the army, by the Cuban military. It's not.
I have a Cuban neighbor, and he fled. I believe he works for some kind of arms company or something. And this is the most patriotic motherfucker you've ever seen in your life, and he's given me a couple ear beatings, but I listen. And I haven't seen him in a while. I would love to see him now, but he talks about how he's pissed off and we can't go down this route. I didn't move my whole family, risk my life to come
He's a
here.
Republican too. That's why Cubans are.
They
that's
all
why
are.
Cubans are Republicans, because they see all of the shit that the left pushes here, all of the social justice shit, all of the divisiveness about race and gender and all that stuff. Those are all
they lived
ploys. Yeah, those are all ploys. That's the things that the communists do to take power, is they separate everybody.
Yeah.
They create a victim. This is the victim class. Now we're all joined because we want to help this victim. If you don't want to help this victim, you're a bad fucking person and you're an enemy and you're an oppressor of the victim. And we must kill this oppressor. So everybody joins up to kill the oppressor, right? And they create an environment where you have to snitch on each other, right? Because if you start talking about it, then you're going to tell, because now you're a better citizen than this guy. Like, and you see it play out in our
History over and over again.
Yeah, you see it play out on Twitter, where somebody on the left is violently always trying to cancel somebody, and then they do something, they slip up, and everybody turns on them and fucking tries to cancel them immediately. That's the same mentality. It keeps everybody divided. It keeps people ratting on other people. Everybody else is the enemy, and nobody sees who the real enemy
We
and
need
oppressor
something new,
is.
though, man.
Is the fucking government.
The problem is that people are so turned off by that right, the ones that are in the middle.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you're if you're in the middle now, you're on the right. So
Oh, that's true.
That's true. There is only the.
There is only the.
Yeah, you have like a small sliver all the way to the left, and then everybody else is right.
Well, like the boss of my company is like, everybody's gonna have to be forced to take the vaccine. Why don't you want to take the vaccine? I'm like, just because it's experimental, and I'd rather see everybody else take it and see if I might need it. I don't feel like I need it right now. Yeah. At this very second. Guess what? It's over a year into the pandemic. I've never been tested once. I've been around people. My mother's fucking high risk. I was down in Florida with her during the fucking pandemic. She got the vaccine. My brother almost died of COVID in the hospital. They tested him 4 times. Every single test came back negative that he had from COVID, and he was fucking dying. Then he's suffering from long COVID symptoms, but doesn't know why, because nobody told him he had COVID, because they keep testing him and it doesn't come up positive. Yep. So he's suffering from long COVID symptoms, doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's a disaster.
Yeah, he gets the vaccine. The vaccine works for him, makes him feel fucking instantly better. So I'm not anti-vax. I'm just anti-you forcing.
Vic, you couldn't have said it any
people
better.
To take.
You can't say any
You know
better.
what I'm saying?
That's exactly
Do
exactly
you? If you feel
how I
God,
feel.
Yeah.
And you know what? If in 5-10 years from now I see that it works, maybe I'll take it.
I don't get flu shots every
I don't
year
either. I don't either. I've gotten
You
kicked
know?
out of places because they like clinics or whatever, and I had a sore throat or whatever, and they go to hit me. I go, whoa, 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 and they go, you're one of them. I go, yeah, I'm one of them. I don't need a fucking. I'm not gonna die from the flu. Please don't give me that thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna get sick.
Everybody I know
when
that
you
gets
give
the
me
fucking flu shot gets the flu. I don't
Yes.
take it. I don't get the flu. Like I'm okay. My body will fight off the flu. You know, I don't take flu shots.
Yeah.
You know?
Why don't you make it mandatory for people to go work out?
Yeah.
Right? Why don't you make it
That's
mandatory?
oppressing. Okay, that's oppressive.
You know what? We should make it mandatory to put your fucking shopping cart away.
mandatory walks. You know.
If you don't put your shopping cart away, put them in a fucking gulag. I hate those people.
Right.
They're such assholes.
That's what I mean. Like fucking.
We need to get rid of all the landscapers. All right.
Hey,
Oh
Clint.
shit! I gotta go.
People, people need to.
It's getting late.
People need to cut their own grass. Okay. They have to get out and do it.
Get out and cut your own grass. It's the American way. It makes you feel
That's right.
proud.
Listen, it's so fucking stupid that people pay somebody to
Hey,
cut
I
their
do that.
grass, and then they pay to go and walk on a machine at a gym.
You might convince me to get a lawnmower.
Right? Why not just have a push mower?
It's like
You might
hamsters.
convince
A bunch
me
of
to get a
hamsters.
lawnmower.
There you go. Thought of the day. Save money twice,
Yeah, dude.
and you get outside in
And I
nature.
get outside and breathe that fucking gasoline. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get a corny ass
Dude,
electric
you
one.
need you need a 2-stroke, so it's and then put extra oil in it, so it's just smoking. That way, there's no mosquitoes around you either, and you're like, wah, weed whacking.
It's fucking high
I want to
level.
talk about this off air.
I'm just giving.
I
you
love
shit.
it. Guys, I'm so happy to be back. Vic's got to go. I actually kind of have to go. We have some great guests lined up, but
Everybody's
I just
leaving me.
had to do this episode because I just wanted to talk to my boys. It's been a while. I wanted to just say what's up to the listeners. Like I said, guys, I'll get back to everyone little by little. I just got back. The dojo will be on fire this fall. We are booking some crazy, crazy shows.
Coming right up, we got this. What is the date? I'm not sure if I may put this up. Did I put something up this week? That was last week. Is that this week or last week? It's the 27th. So if this gets up before then, I'll look and see when I posted the last podcast. This weekend we have Friday is Raveling Thread comedy show, and then Saturday we have a Cobra comedy, one of my shows I'm hosting with Joe Conti, KP Burke, and Ty Rainey. And the following weekend, I don't remember. Oh, I think it's the following. No, I have a show following Saturday, live stream comedy, August. No, yeah, August something.
Check tiffscomedy.com.
The fuck's the next one? Yeah, go to tiffscomedy.com, and thank you guys for supporting. And anybody, if you guys want to be featured on the live stream comedy show as a local like community business or band or anything like that, and you live in New Jersey, please reach out to us.
Yeah, man.
All right, people.
Thanks so much.
tiffscomedy.com,
Thank you.
freethinker.tv.
Peace.
We're out.